Last night I dreamt I was dancing in soft, foggy mists, designed and pearly, a bows frolicking from thin, fluffy silver waves, a blanketing, moonlit skies within hourless hills and jasmine fields, a free-flowing, through blue bliss, lakes and lucid motions as seamless ripples reflect sweet rhapsody of a golden rose sprouting amidst a glistening rays as I name wild stars with your love, asleep in reverie and wrapped in lucid dreams. Myriads of stars chase river moonbeams who render kisses on the lids of my eyes. I am being loved by you, in sleep I sigh, drifting with you all through the night. Your arms around me, we've taken flight, and amorous a slumber, your breath at my ear, a voice barely a whisper. I love you, I hear. Comes tomorrow, I awaken to the day, lost in my dream, where I belonged, where I long to stay. Tonight, when the sky turns midnight blue, I'll be drifting in dreams, lost in love than you, always in lucid dreams. It's you I see, ever like the North Star, constant and bright. My angel, you're my heavenly delight. Your love like truth has set me free tonight. You're my life, and you're precious to me. About it seems, in the river, lucid dreams, recreate heaven with redolent me rolly scent, gasping for a love, breath to satiate, burning desires, embracing without restriction, the ardent passion that stirred two souls to kiss sweetly, pelting, shapely, pebbles into a lucid lake, lonely among daffodils and golden mandrakes, and rejoice in the dance of silver flakes. A delicate penumbra catches his fancy grape, and in a sweep away his heart does take, ruthless in love and incredible in stake. He dives down, deep down into his own grave. A knife stab on a man hurts as much as on a kid. He has to remain mum, a brave face to seed, a woman on his side, on the other, a son, two souls to shield, emotions never freed. He has strength to lift, atone, and more to make his tears recede. He holds the tears back like a dam, or when his boiling anger feeds, his heartbreak may have no span, but he won't flip a lid. Lucid as a heartbreak to a woman is heart dust to a man crushed to plead. A moon ray in the absence of the sun sparkles a teardrop on his eyelid. When the world looks away, he becomes human, allows his tears to flow and dilute his bleeding. He knows crying a river killed no one, but bleeding a river did. The womb of existence is tenderly held by God's love and light, nurturing and living in the fabric of space within whose embrace the universe is manifest as a dance of polarities following the cosmic drum, a long flow of linear time where pains of separation, the light of union, do interplay. We may call this play in the hall of mirrors a lucid dream or stark reality. Our labels matter not. What counts is our responses, moment to moment, by free will choosing to align and resonate with God's love and light. It's our control. My heart is the feeling inside, is like a ferocious ocean's ripple caused by storms from angry gods. The voice, like tunes from a heart, has turned to melodies of pain and sorrow. My soul is sailing through the ocean of tears, for the beginning of our end seems near. Loneliness has knocked me off my feet. I'm the only occupant to love's seat. I feel in my veins over the end of us, a lucid dream, a stranger, a banja, a cana cephalic, deceased mind, mean as much to the written word as a budding garden of tomatoes, precisely handled to the mind into the poetry. The tomatoes a red, plump, juicy morsel, grown with love and care. Deceased, diseased, horror, dark nights, fist flights, spreads disease. keys to innocent life, what really means more to the poet and pen. A man may live in the life as did the poets of old, experience all happiness or strife. Some say he never wrote a lick, spit a lick, a sucking a dick. All others call him genius and swear by it. Is there deeper meaning in his words, lucid and pragmatic, or of a wavering loneliness of a life gone wrong, the lucid flow of her dance, a marriage of mythology and philosophy, evolution of the soul, body, and the psyche. I fell into a spiritual trance, the expression of pure joy and beauty. Her subtle actions bloomed along as she moves to the melodious song, portraying love, fear, anger, and duty. Her dance, an illusion of my soul, a blissful state in the air, a blissful state in the air, a snow white swan in prayer, a deaf daisy with enticing eyes of coal. That is a classical dance from India. This was never stop spitting. I saw you dream. Now read between each word. I thought the dream was mine, but it was you who dreamt of me. A love song, a seldom heard, though it was me. I guess you knew. Never knew. Yes, I was there, not making any sense. And you so young and beautiful would think, who is this fool across my rusted fence? And you not dream I am your missing link. Who else could I be there wherein you sleep and touch your hand, remembering your eyes when I awake from what I thought too deep to understand or hope to fantasize. I saw you dream. I searched to find a gate, but none was there, and you had dreamed too late. Cake I eat you, I eat ice cream. Sun comes up, cake goes down, ice cream melts. Then as if by lucid magic, the ice cream becomes caked around your mouth. My seraphim, bus cream lingers on for a second taste. And how many flavors are there in this cake ice cream wheel? Esla veal, not overweight, underpaid, insomniac, and out of date, unbiasedly proud, never stop spitting round, dopey made foolish by Cupid, crept into bed feeling stupid, but stupid said no and told him to go until he was sober and lucid. Here, never stop spitting, I said, like lacenet waves that web and flow lapping on a lacerated lace. Lad laid hold, labored and languid, lonesome, lucid breathing, a labile, a labiate sand, like a linear lattice of limitless love, leaps as a leaf spin with the wind, as truth and life loop around any labyrinth of emotions, loyalty evolving of labored, lasting roots. Our love was like a lucid dream. I thought I was hallucinating, hooked on LSD. Her looks were so intimidating. Her hearing the word yes seemed unlikely. Her skin was warm like summer. Love binded me, and I became much dumber. It wasn't quick, but it seemed to happen. So the indecisive thoughts soon became quite clear, not exactly as crystal would be. It's easy to see why it would be frowned upon. Many had heaven ended hurt, scarred, even put to eternal rest. However, she was undaunted. She knew her misconceptions could only be beneficial. A swift turn and a venturesome soul shaped her into a beautiful love song, a hysterical vision of black and blue throughout the tough goings, and a shattered lullaby or two. She settled, though erratic, into a breathtaking work of art made of misfortunes and lust. Change has come and laughed, but it shall never be truly gone. She cried in her lucid dreams of the present, wildflower blossoms, covered carpet of moss, curl of cues, vines, calligraphic, bold sonnet, intoxicating fragrance, budding green love taps from a small child's fingertips on each oaken branch, a lucid tickle of sunlight. A robin builds her newborn nest. And ode to a Yoda love and language. I'll try to understand completely. The words are Ari, and no rhyme nor reason comply. Could please someone now clarify and give me a lucid reply? Then tell me right now why, oh why, he can't talk all proper like I, an innocent looking fungus with a wonderful psychedelic purpose. What art we to see? Fictional, a reality in cinematic 3D, a 4-hour journey which creates a compelling story. Can it really be? Life's purpose, a vision beneath a single tree. What a strange sculpture, until one looks brutally closer. Are you staring at me? The condemned mirror. Look, lusting to be free. I'm closing my eyes. I can see clearly the complex function of the skies. A lucid dream, where illusions that hallucinate can be seen with no more fear limits. After time, a stopping regular love visits. What does this mean? The transformation into a beautiful human being. As I can bounce a thought from off the moon while you are looking. When I know it's you, perhaps you'll sing along, less out of tune, surreal. The moon will do what it can do, all mystic from the past. Each witch's spell, each wizard's charge of magic candlelight, some power of one's love. Each tolling bell rains down from melting pots of lucid night. And when the moon is full, and its prow, escaping where it's bent, so it can fly deep in the forest dark. The wolfmen howl, and I look for this love to never die. I fell asleep, dreaming of desire, inflamed by fire. That love inspired in a decadent attire, lucidity. Were wired, a balance and high wires frequently supplied. What transpired between glowing sapphires, between calling a ceasefire, between raging bonfires, between a lover's fire, between unfolding desires. I fell asleep dreaming of desire, inflamed by fire. That love inspired in decadent attire, lucidity were wired, a balance and high wires frequently supplied. What transpired between glowing sapphires, between calling a ceasefire, between raging bonfires, between a lover's attire, between unfolding desires. Much like a lucid ambient layer, I find myself floating down to the surface, into the stratosphere, without a care, projections about which I cannot repurpose, into my own inevitabilities, into the oxygen which I cannot breathe. I seem to shift in dirges of stars, and a pragmatic proselytism of the rapist of reapers and preachers, but all of them so far have bled the same, and so many more will scream out my name, and none shall suffice as succinctly as the one who passed her judgment so fast. Past face. I declare her dead. She arrives, parting their prison waves. A terrible jolt and crash, a release, shocking noise. This lucid vision of you, all too kind, to fall, all too warm, to freeze, all too flawed, to hope, all too real. And now more I, your light remains me, indecipherable love of this white blue lightning sears the flesh, but purifies me. You purify me. There's a spit into thee. I never stop spitting my lucid imaginary poem. There's spitting, I know them. There's a spitting, whoa, there I go. Spitting again inside of my head. The voices begin to echo and speak again. I want to touch your life and leave a mark, a deep impression, so you will think of me and of my smile, my sweet expression. I long to touch your life and leave a sign, a warm inscription, so you will care for me and keep in mind a clear description. I need to touch your life and leave a joy and inspiration, so you will love me soon in reality, not imagination. When we were young, we loved our our fairy tales, a frog could be a prince with just one kiss. Each cloud a boat where dreamers could set sail. Imagination was the great abyss. Too soon we grew and lost our innocence, found out that swords are never pulled from stones, that dreams come true but only with expense, and happy ever afters come and gone. But taking hits from the bond, the hallucinogenic bond. Yet some of us still wish upon a star, believe that rainbows come with pots of gold. Reality is life, for most comes hard, and love like water runs both hot and cold. Like you, I wish that fairy tales came true, but grown-ups know they very seldom do. Love neither gives or takes, but from itself. Be not wild by fantasies of arrogance. Take no more than is offered by yourself. Leave nothing trapped and tortured irrelevance. Seek not a barrier for desires that suit your heart. Worthiness is the only tender that comes due. Suffer willingly the melody of pain. It may in part bleed joyfully from the wounds that will ensue as tree branches lift their hopes towards heaven's door. Hands together, reaching higher than alone will seek. Heights that love's imagination most beautifully implores. The form of poet's words, unended ecstasy must speak. Whatever you desire your life will be, may love's reflection be all you see. There's a spit into thee, the calloused fingers press vibrating strings, a drawn passion from a violin with the burnished wood snug to his cheek. The violinist plays from the heart. His heart, subtle vibes saturate my being as crying strings, illicit feelings, and expounding on love's betrayal. Music stirs the imagination. His bow hangs like a lingering kiss, a savor and the taste of ecstasy, and then with tears trickling down his cheek, he unleashes unbridled fervor and experiencing pains of rapture. Sound slips the bounds of reality, and every note penetrates my heart, igniting fiery flames of passion. Thy forever psychedelic freestyle bomb, a bomb. No. She writes about falls beauty in the rain, the fallen raindrops, a dance, a scribing fence, a bespoken verse that lightens her refrain. Before the time they met, he stops, steps commence. She listens to the soft and rhythmic from her love, turn to escaping cloudy string where nimbus mistletoe fell, tears to become the kiss of autumn with symbolic ring of the first light cotton mist. The summer rays all skyward, cheerful laughs adorn the land. Ceremonial dance diffuses grace, affectionate embrace. Her dreams expand upon September sky. The raindrops gleam with half a hidden sun to laugh and beam. Love feels like an illusion, a mix of lies and the truth, for it's non-responsive to the expectations of youth, facing doubt and frustration. Bravado falters and slips, and yet in your fantasies passion conquers eager lips. Hope courts imagination, summoning a dreamy smile, and you find your private place where you haven't been for a while. You're searching for a soulmate who will embrace your existence, so you continue to look with undying persistence. You fall in and out of love with the ghosts of yesterday, and yet feigning happiness, say everything's okay. They're spitting away flashlights, high performance, yo, poetry books, fishing poles, ice fishing, hot, regret, pocket knife, sharpening stones, laughter, boomerangs, passwords, life's artifacts, grandpa's fishing hat, hope and joy, guardian angel, wooden snow sleds, more poetry books, old-time radios, compassion, camping gear, butt baber, the stuffed elephant, angel in a basket, imagine imagination, McCoy, cookie jars, a nature field, a guides, forgiveness soup, friends, ties I don't wear, a family heirloom, recipes, suits I try not to wear, treasured photographs. There's a spit and infinite raps. Last night when you were in deep sleep, I scribbled a poem on your bare back. A page so soft with love bites and moles. I use them to cut the T's and dot the I's. My fingertips softly turn created ripples in a placid lake where you prepared to take a dip in your dream. My words followed you in that unknown land, secretly to know your destination. I remember to forget every scribbled word as it was a gift to a sleepless night. When she was picking up each word one by one and kept them in her lap of silence. For the first time, you never know about how a poem was born and lost in the silence of the night. Hard and solid as the clay that shapes the way I am today. I dream escape from endless grief, restoring childlike belief. Experience has made me cold, stolen who I was before, left behind half a whole, changed the essence of my core. I wish to dance in brilliant light, cleanse my soul with gentle rain, slumber sound and stark a night. At dawn awaken without pain, soar up high in skies above. Gaze down upon meadows green, to once again believe in love, to have faith in things unseen. Memories that form the clay, although impossible to do, will learn, will them all to melt away and live the bliss that I once knew. Sketch tomorrow, leaving today behind, following the footsteps of yesterday, and feel the ripple of all life combined. Empty your thoughts, take all but love away, and blazon upon your mind a blue sky, glided by the golden hue of sunrise, and ponder a dragonfly zipping by, watching its beauty materialize. A blend of yellow of the buttercup's glow with flashes of flickering firefly lights, and walk the earth yet let no footprint show. Respecting life by honoring its rights, mix well until presumptions fall apart, and thus reveal the color of my heart. Lego and many fresh colors, they belong to my brothers. Hocus pocus, endless adventure, turning up the temperature. They love these building blocks, driven by imagination, create a red fox. There are no limits to what you can build. The Eiffel Tower, probably 300 meters, so thrilled. The world's best playtime, evening or daytime. And now my tendrilled soul has found its pergolo Christ to wind its way up. There once was a man from Nigeria whose wiener so long it would stab you. But then he got a little, his pills became Skittles until he OD'd on Viagra, spitting a baba. I am the sultry silence, the wishbone of your dreams. Feel my warm breath sliver down your throat, across your chest. Feel my transparent tongue. We rage the erotic battle. I feel your pulse race. My fingers aflame caress all that is yours. I am your imagination, arching and above your feminine form. I sink slowly into you, just so you know, my love, from above. Turtle dove, you will never be able to shake me from your dreams. I will seduce you to a place beyond more thoughts and words. Tonight, dream of us. I once bloomed a rose, so young and fair, with dark brown eyes and long black hair. Beside her, be a tall, dark tree whose branches stretch to a smother thee, too close beside the shadowy bark that soon begins to leave its mark. She cries for help, but none shall hear. Her thorns too sharp, who dare go near to save this rose, who risked her life with naught to gain but pain and strife. Alone, afraid, she lays to rest. Her heart beats low inside her chest, and with the hour growing near, she sheds her final grieving tear. And so the rose soon falls asunder. Her final day, eternal slumber. She lies beside the old dark tree, the only one who mourns for thee. You are the wild flower in my palm, with no stem to keep you anchored to this covetous earth, you are a fragile thing I dare not cup. And as your petals whittle away under the wind and flip unfettered in the air, exaggerated fear leaves my fingers numb. Hungry need leaves my fingers twitching, and my hand is paralyzed by turmoil as every breath of wind takes another petal from me and brings to my lungs, my chest, and my heart an overwhelming scent of need. You are the wild beauty in my palm, and I dare not hold you to my chest, for I fear to crush you, to know firsthand the caged beauty is beauty no more. Inside an inkwell lives a fairy tale, a classic filled with love and misery, where once upon a time has long set sail, and happy ever afters yet to be. His plot a knight once schooled in chivalry, his quest for love, the dragons he has slain from crusades around the world to frippery, hickory dickory, a sickly of a joust with Father Time, who drew disdain, yet deep inside is where a brave knight remains. A lifetime of adventures, good and bad, the love he searches for still unobtained, still finding peace, his grail. This Galahad, perhaps I'll buy a quill one of these days, release Sir Knight and legend of his ways. I'll never stop rapping all night and all day. Never stop rapping all night and all day. What must be wrong with my mind? The infinite lyrics and rhymes inside of my mind, echoing all the time. Inside of my head, hearing the voices again inside of my head. Never stop spitting and speaking again. What must be wrong with me tonight? Hearing rhymes all day and all night. Do not want to stop chanting in rhymes until the end of time. Never stop it, I said. In the early morning light, the forest whispers softly. Ancient trees stand tall like welcoming friends. Every leaf carries a secret of magic and time. The gentle creatures stir in hidden corners, alive with wonder. Sunlight dances on a dewy ground in a silent celebration. Winding paths lead to quiet meadows and secret streams. The rustle of the leaves sing a song of ancient dreams. In this enchanted place, every sound holds a story, and every breath invites the heart to listen deeply. Never stop spitting, never endingly. Don't fear the reaper. There's a spitting rapper forever. Daddy goes a riding in a motor painted gray. He makes a lot of snorty noise before he gets away. The fairies go a riding when they wish to take their ease. The fairies go a riding on the backs of bumblebees. Daddy goes a sailing in a jolly wooden boat. He takes a lot of tackle in his very oldest coat. The fairies go a sailing, and I wonder they get home. The fairies go a sailing on a little scrap of foam. Daddy goes a climbing with a knapsack and a stick. The rocks are very hard and steep. His boots are very thick. But the fairies go a climbing. I've seen them here there in the crowds. The fairies go a climbing on the mountains in the clouds. Wow. Never stop spitting, I said again and again. Inside of my head, the echoes, I said. If you will come and stay with us, you shall not want for ease. We will swing you on a cobweb between the forest trees, and 20 little singing birds upon a flowering form shall hush you every morning and wake you every morn. If you will come and stay with us, you need not miss your school. A learned toad shall teach you high perched upon a stool, and he will tell you many things that none but fairies know, the way the wind goes wandering and how the daisies grow. If you will come and stay with us, you shall not lack, my dear, the finest of fairy romance, the best of fairy cheer. I will send up million glow worms out, and slender chains of light shall make a shining pathway. Then why not come tonight? The fairies have never a penny to spend. They haven't a thing put by, but theirs is the door of a bird and a flower, and theirs are the earth and the sky. And though you should live in a peace palace of gold or sleep in a dried up ditch, you can never be poor as fairies are, and never as rich. morning and evening, the maids heard the goblins cry, "Come buy our orchard fruits, come buy, come buy." Laura and Lizzie are aware of the conventional wisdom. We must not look at goblin men. We must not buy their fruits. Who knows upon what soil they fed? Their hungry, thirsty roots. Their offers should not charm us. Their evil gifts would harm us. Curious Laura chose to linger, wondering at each merchant man. And one had a cat's face, one whisked a tail, one tramped at a rat's pace and crawled like a snail, one like a wombat, proud, obtuse, and furry, one like a rattle, a tumbled, hurry, scurry. I never stopped spitting, paying with a curl of her golden hair. Laura gorges herself on the delicious fruit, sweeter than honey, the forbidden fruit, too. From the rock, she expects to get more of it next night, but no, she can never again hear the cry, "Come buy, come buy." Although her sister still does, Lizzie eventually tries to buy some fruit for her sister, but the goblin men become furious when she will not eat. Indeed, one called her proud, cross-grained, uncivil. Their tones waxed loud, their looks were evil, a lash in their tails. They trod and hustled her, and bowed, elbowed, and jostled her, clawed with their nails, barking, meowing, mewing, hissing, mocking, tore her gown and soiled her stocking, twisted her hair out by the roots, stamped upon her tender feet, held her hands and squeezed her fruits against her mouth to make her eat. Indeed, what must be wrong with me? Where dips the rocky highland, a slough of wood, and the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons awake the drowsy water rats. There we've hid our fairy vats full of berries and of reddest stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wave, a moonlight glosses the dim gray sands with light, far off by furthest roses. We foot at all the night, weaving olden dances, mingling hands and mingling glances, till the moon has taken flight. To and fro we leap and chase the frothy bubbles, while the world is full of troubles and is anxious and asleep. Come away, O human child, to the waters of and the wild, and with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glen Car, and pools among the brushes, the scarce could bathe a star. We seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears, give them unquiet dreams, learning softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the streams. Come away, O human child, to the waters of the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Ba-bam, bam, ba-bam, by forever, a hallucination, imagination, bond, a dawn, by forever, hallucinate and imagination, freestyle, bond, a dawn.